Ah, dear gastronauts, what a splendid sight. Here we are on this pilchard boat, drifting red sails in the sunset. This proud remnant of an industry which once supported thousands ashore and afloat has become, like so many fine traditions, the victims of apathy. Or do I mean progress? As a boy, the first fish I caught and cooked was a wild trout on a Somerset May morning. So I can't get excited about trout farms. Tanks of sullen fish waiting for the supermarket's order make me sad because these days the apocryphal trout is the gastronomic crutch of the lazy or unscrupulous restaurateur. But here on the River Mole, Caroline Bower's recipe for trout is intriguing, if you read the right newspaper.
Well, it has to be a tabloid.
It has to be a tabloid.
Definitely.
Can't you rip up the Times? I'm sure it tastes a bit better in the Times.
I suppose if you've got the time, you could rip up the Times.
Well, we haven't got the time for the time. Clive, I know you've been out of the business for a long time. Come down and have a look at the trout so we can show the good people at home the essential ingredients, which are fresh trout from Caroline's farm right outside the window here, sea salt for seasoning it in a moment, a little lemon juice as well, which we'll put on, and surprise, surprise, the prime ingredient, one of Mr. Murdoch's poorer efforts. Okay, you're the expert here.
All right.
You show me what we're going to do.
I'm putting the fish literally like that in the newspaper, apart from putting some sea salt in the cavity, as we call it.
Or its tummy.
Tummy. I'm not going to do anything to it. No butter, no other ingredients. And I'm going to make it up into I hope, a neat parcel.
Can you make Christmas trees and things like that out of the newspaper?
You could try.
I bet you were good at school at sort of handicrafts and things.
Girl guides.
Girl guides. I've always wanted to cook with a girl guide.
Now.
Tat, come on, this is the important bit, you're half-wit. We're trying... This is the essential preparation process.
And now you soak it till it's really wet. I mean, not dripping, but really wet. I'll give it a shake in a minute to get off the drips.
Okay.
Now that one's ready. We'll do
ready for what?
To go in the oven.
Oh, we cook it. We don't have to eat it out of the raw newspaper.
You'll see.
Fine, good. Okay, have a drink. This is, you don't want to like the camera. It's much more punchier. Great.
Right.
Mouthful of salt helps it go down. Not bad wine, actually. You see, you nearly forgot the salt, didn't you? You got overexcited.
It's the wine that does it.
And then repeat procedure.
Repeat procedure with a tap.
With a tap.
We'll do this one.
Okay.
Now, just a shake. Now they're going into the oven just like that.
Excellent. Of course, any sort of fish can be cooked in this way or not?
It's a very good way for any whole fish that's got a skin on it, and you'll see why in a minute. But it's a terrific way for some sea fish which tend to make the house rather smelly. Because there is no smell, the smell stays inside the newspaper.
No, it's really good. That's a smashing tip for those of you that like to eat fish but can't stand the smell, gutless
well,
lot that you are.
it does actually make the house stink when you've been cooking herring.
Don't you mind having I mean, surely the sort of good thing about food are the smells that go with it. I mean, the good thing about farming is the smell of the dung and all that. Isn't that part of life?
I don't know, when you wake up in the morning and the hut and you come downstairs and the kitchen stinks of sort of...
Yeah, but you're here on your lovely farm. You've got goats and geese and chickens and sheep and things like that.
I'd rather have dung than stale herring smell.
You're not a disillusioned romantic, are you? Anyway, into the oven with those.
Okay.
Allow me, ma'am. I am a gentleman after all. I like to open the oven for a lady. So what's happening to them now?
They're going into a hot oven, and they will take about 20 minutes. But the thing is that you know they're cooked when the newspaper is dry, so it's foolproof.
Absolutely
you can't go
perfect. And odourless.
And odourless.
Fine. Now, stay down there for a second and bring the other ones out, because you see we're running a bit short on time. And the pubs will be open in a minute. We don't want to miss the first drink of the evening. And we've done one of those things that this programme has vowed never to do. Just shows you can't believe everything you hear, does it? We have, I'm afraid, got some already ready, just happen to have in the oven. Bring them on, my darling, and we'll go and eat. There we are, two prepared beautiful newspaper trout, courtesy of Caroline. You're going to eat them now. Well, I'm bound to make a pig's ear of this. Am I doing it right?
Yes.
Yes.
The outside bits you can be fairly brutal. It's just the last layer.
I couldn't
that
be
you've got
brutal to a piece of food to save my life. Right, I see what you mean.
The last layer you've got to be careful how you...
Because the object now is to use the paper to peel the skin away.
That's right. It should take the skin.
It won't have newsprint all over the fish.
It won't have anything because the skin and everything comes away with the newspaper.
You sure? You've done yours beautifully. Look,
well, see, it doesn't
Clive,
work.
hers
If
is
I can
perfect.
do it.
Just in case I make a pig's ear of this, look at that one to see how it really works. But on the other hand,
Is it coming?
with a masterly stroke of
There you go.
genius. Now I'm in a
Turns
muddle.
over with a swift.
Why don't you with a very swift plop like that?
Yeah. That's it.
I haven't done it too well. Actually, I've done quite well, haven't I? Those who don't like the
Smashing.
heads, by the way, there's a unique moment to hack the head off. Those of you who
That's
are a bit
right.
squeamish about
Let me take
things
away
like
all the
that.
gubbins.
Lovely. Thanks very
There
much.
you are.
Great.
Have some lemon.
Good. Thank you. And some salt. Well, I tasted absolutely au naturel, first of all, because I think the idea of this is, since it's been cooked with all the flavours kept in, the true flavour of your wonderful fish should come out, shouldn't it?
That's right.
But one thing I must say, without wishing to cause any offence or anything at all like that, I mean, trout farms seem to be springing up. It's such sort of profligation these days. You're almost getting to the point where it says, last trout farm before the motorway.
Well,
but you reckon yours are the best trout, and this is going to be the proof of the pudding, isn't it? Why are yours so good?
Well, I think a lot of it depends on the water. I mean, we use a river that comes straight down from Exmoor, and therefore the river runs over Greenwich and is very clean, and it has a lot of mineral salts in it and all that sort of thing. Also, the fish get an enormous turnover of water. They're not sitting in sort of a muddy pond like that. They're just actually, having a turnover of... Have some salad.
No, thank you. The fish is just too good. Actually, look me in the eye, Clive, please. I'd like to make a sincere gesture. This fish is absolutely brilliant. It really is. I recommend it as a way of cooking it. It's quite the nicest trout I've ever had. It's absolutely splendid. But do you enjoy cooking, in fact?
This is an awful admission. I hate cooking.
You hate cooking?
I'm always having to cook, and I really don't like cooking at all. That's why, in many ways, I find this such a super recipe. It's so easy to do. And when I've got people for lunch or something, I do it like this, and then do it the night before, and then in the morning, I just cut it open, and I've got cold. Usually I use a big one.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it cold and pink and lovely for a buffet, and put cucumber and stuff on it.
Makes it look
looks
pretty, like
exactly.
scales of
and
fish
that's
and
the
things like
easiest thing you can possibly do for a lunch party. All you've got to do is make some salad. And you don't have to fiddle about on the day, which is so much nicer. It's a very good source of protein, which is now actually at a price as low as any other source of protein. I mean, it's less expensive than most meat.
Sure. It's no longer the luxury dish it always was, are you saying?
No, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be nice to keep the luxury image, and people think that they should have it for parties and stuff, but in actuality, it's really less expensive than almost any of the whitefish or of meat or anything like that.
What could be done to help sell more?
Education, I suppose. People have got to be taught that it is not only a good source of protein, but also a delicious meal and an inexpensive one.
Time and time again, and everybody we speak to on these programmes, the word education and then the lack of it comes up. What is actually wrong with the Brits? Why don't they eat fish
Well,
properly?
maybe it's just that we all moan a lot. I don't know. I think people are very hidebound in the type of food that they eat. I think more than they ought to be.
So they're a boring old lot, really?
You said it.
Well, you think so, do you, or not?
No, I don't think so. I think that when people discover new foods and how easy it is to eat them and to cook them and enjoy them, then I think that they do change. But I think they have got to do a bit more changing.
So there you are, my little red herrings. Like the lady said, sharpen up a bit. Anyway, we set sail from Newlyn with Frank and Phil on a course for the blood pit. a centuries-old fishing ground so named out of respect for countless tons of pilchards that met their maker here. We too would drift and haul nets by hand in the time-honoured fashion, except that we'd be aided tonight by a little magic box called a fish finder. Though I doubt these boys need such a device. Floyd on fish takes life pretty seriously. When we came down to Newlyn today, which was once... Could you be quiet a minute, please? Sorry about that. Just when I get this very difficult piece out for the punters at home, you know what I mean? They're all landlubbers. They don't know how hard you work. But because we wanted to get some really good pilchards, we came down to Newlyn, which, you know, 30 years or more ago was one of the hubs, the centres of the pilchard industry, which supported thousands of families in canneries, the women working tinning the fish, hundreds of men out on the boats catching the stuff. In fact, there were so many boats that at night their lights twinkling around the place looked like floating villages at sea. So, as I said, we came to Newlyn to get, and what did we find? A tin of Japanese pilchards. Well, I believe in these fishermen. I think they're going to catch the stuff, and I'm going to heave this bloody rubbish over the side.
A good sword and a trusty hand, a merry heart and true. King James's men shall understand what Cornish lads can do. And have they fixed on where and when, and shall Trelawney die? Here's 20,000 Cornish men will know the reason why. And shall Trelawney live, or shall Trelawney die? Here's 20,000 Cornish men will know the reason why.
What a shame the bobbing red sails of the pilchard boats are no more, replaced by huge trawlers that suck the ocean, not only of Cornwall's proud heritage, but its fish too, and with a shameful disregard for tomorrow. Oh, there's a romantic sight for you, isn't it? Red sails in the sunset. It's what pilchard fishing's all about. Pilchard eating too, because eating fish is great fun. You know, the French and the Italians and all that all gloat over their sardines and charcoal grill them. They put them in, and pilchards they catch too, and they put them in spicy tomato sauce. They call them escabeche of pilchards. And when we go on holiday, we say, oh, good-o, escabeche of pilchards. Jolly good. Read that in the Good Food Guide and things. Absolutely splendid. Will they eat a pilchard? Will they hell? But when we've caught some in this ancient and lovely method, if only you could be with us here now, you'd really enjoy it. The sky, the light, these wonderful blokes cracking jokes all the time. They're going to tell us the whole tale in a moment. But as night fell, Frank and Phil exchanged anxious glances. You see, there was a woman on board, and Frank was muttering darkly about her black net. So in the hope of easing the atmosphere, I asked Frank how to cook a pilchard.
I've never ate a pilchard in my life.
Have you not?
No, that is the truth.
Best way, my dear, I tell you this, is to scroll them.
Scroll them.
Put them in the sun.
And that dries
And
them.
then they're handsome then. But it's no good for you to I know you're a cook.
Oh yes, well I don't know anything about
But
pilchards.
our way is marinate them or scroll them.
Yeah. Are you allowed to drink on boats? If you
Well, Phil is a teetotaler, but
Not, are you?
I aren't a
What do you mind
teetotaler.
say, you know?
You fancy a little drop? It'll warm us up a bit, won't it?
Damn, he has a job of good stuff.
Well, it's better for us. Hold the label away from the cameras and mustn't advertise these things.
Well, he's a good drop of shellac.
rubbish,
Anyhow,
yeah.
I got the name for a drop of trade. And a good drop of stuff he is too.
Nice, isn't it? Yeah.
Very nice. Just had pop.
You don't have any?
No, not now. I just had my tea. Birds are quiet here.
Are we going to catch any of these fish, do you think?
Yes, we are. Always have faith.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you ever not caught anything?
And,
Well, I don't think we've ever reeled pilchard nets without anything, eh?
We've had 3 ton the last 2 nights.
Oh, really? So we're on for we got a good chance
We
today.
should be in a very good thing, you know, but
How much longer are we going to have to wait to pull any pilchards in?
About a quarter an hour, 20 minutes.
So altogether that's been about 3 hours, I suppose, from start to...
To start to finish. Well, we come out and we got to look where we're going to drift to.
Yeah.
it's a lovely
This
night.
is,
though, isn't it?
Oh, it's a smashing night.
Good night for a murder.
Yeah. Well, you can murder one of that lot. But if we do catch any, who's going to buy them? Who are you going to sell them to?
Jousters. That's the people who go around with their little carts and selling to the doors,
Oh,
hotels.
really? That still happens like that?
Oh, yes,
So
a lot
they-
of jousters about.
So they can still people can still buy a fresh pilchard off the jouster?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the rest, where they go? The canning factory?
No, we fish for a solder. He'd just salt them in and send them to Italy.
To Italy. That's blinking marvellous, isn't it? Why? I mean, I couldn't, in Bristol, for example, where I live, I couldn't get a pilchard from one year to the next, but the Italians can get them. Doesn't seem
Well,
very fair to me.
I think going back to 30 years ago, 95% of the pilchards went to Italy, didn't they?
Yeah, all of them. It's just
Yeah,
a few
they-
to American, which went to the Italian immigrants that was there. But all of them went to Genoa and all these places. You see different markings in there now. These put on the ends of the barrels. And also they used to go from Mousel. Every seller used to do his own fish. They used to huddle them then.
Huddle them? What does that mean?
Well, they used to put them like in a little rick and salt them out of a tank.
Good Lord.
And it's called they huddled.
Huddled.
I see old pictures of them in some old magazines, you know. But they've played a great part in the fishing industry of Cornwall.
Yeah.
They were the foundations of all the fishing.
Well, my friends on the boat have been heaving this net in by hand for the last 20 minutes. We've got one pilchard so far. I hope I did the right thing by throwing the tin of Japanese stuff over the side. So, with plenty of time, lots of faith, and we'll get lots more. We'll still have a good dinner at the end of tonight. Look at them, aren't they pretty?
Oh, mean that pastiche.
Handsome, I think the word is.
Handsome, lovely.
Another half hour, another huge length of net, and nothing. Spirits were low, and it wasn't just the cold night. Something was wrong. We'd run out of whiskey. We're trying to get some good luck into all of this, and they tell me they won't sing, but I've got to sing the Cornish anthem. I don't know what it is, just tell me the words
Cornish
again.
anthem is Trelawney.
It's Trelawney, but it's, what's one of the words? Fish and tin.
Oh, that's the other one.
That's
they
it.
sing. Fish and tin and copper boys.
Fish and tin and copper boys. What's
And
next?
tree and pole and pen.
Right, what's the tune?
Well, I haven't got no orchestra here.
But it's something like fish and tin and copper boys, tree and pole and pen. Heave the rope, me babbies hard, get them buggers in.
Yeah,
That's about the best I can do.
Well, that'll do for the time. They think we're all drunk out here.
No, we haven't had a drop all day.
No, you can't organise when you want them. I'd have been here last week for. And another thing, we could have a Jonah aboard.
We can have a Jonah,
Yes, Jonah. Oh well, two maidens there.
and that's the, oh, I see. It's the women's fault.
Well,
But the gulls are coming. Is that a hopeful sign?
They're saying, "Buddy, who's on your feet up?" No, you can't lie. The last time we shot here, we had 2 ton. There we are. And there we are now for what do you call a black net.
Black net. Oh dear. Black net, black night. So, I'm afraid my gastronauts are going to be rather hungry tonight because after 5 hours of working really hard out in the night in the Cornish Sea here, we've got just a black net, which in the trade means 0. And for our pains, we've got just four pilchards. I really wish I hadn't thrown that tin over the side now. Okay, this is absolutely fabulous. The best and the freshest pilchards you've ever seen. I don't think you'll be very happy about having to eat them at this luxurious resort, this splendid table. But after the sort of day I've had, I don't give a damn. And I can't even be bothered to tell you how to cook them, because if you don't know how to cook a grilled, fresh pilchard, then you know nothing. Excuse me a sec. Those are absolutely fantastic, they really are. But although they're brilliant, I still think the final score is Newlyn 3 and Japan 27.
No sex, no drugs, no wine, no women, no fun, no sin, no you, no wonder it's dark. Everyone around me is a total stranger. Everyone avoids me like a cyclone.
now for something quite different. But I must warn you, if the idea of raw fish turns you off, I suggest you switch off. Even old Fred's a bit apprehensive about the idea, and I'm still totally confused, completely tongue-tied over the Japanese phrase I've got to say for hello as I enter this charming restaurant, never mind pronouncing the owner's name, which I think is Chikaka. 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 Ah, Chikatu. Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa.
This is my friend Fred, who's come up from Plymouth with this wonderful fresh fish for you. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. Absolutely
goodness.
live crayfish. Isn't that splendid? And still going like crazy. And a bass. And a fresh sole, fresh mackerel. Live crabs. They are alive. I'm sure they'll move for us in a moment.
Yes, they're all
And some fresh brill. But look, we've travelled a long way this morning, and we're absolutely ravenous. Do you think we could go and cook some now?
Yes.
That'd be great. Come on, then.
Okay.
Lead on to the kitchen.
Okay then.
Like, we can go like the... Ting, 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 ting. Chikaka, this is absolutely beautiful. The colours, the textures. And Fred, look, outside of a starry gazy pie, I bet there aren't many people who've seen a fish head sitting on their plate.
Most people wouldn't like to see them on their plate, I don't think.
I think it looks so...
Not English people.
I'm sure they wouldn't, but it looks absolutely wonderful. Chikaka, have you finished slicing the fish?
Yes.
Come and sit down beside me and
I will.
serve us a little drink and tell us how and what you've prepared here, because there are going to be thousands of people fascinated by this, and you're the only expert here. Fred has caught the fish. I love eating fish, but you've prepared it. You know everything about it. Come and tell me all about it, please. What have we got here?
Sake.
Sake, which we must drink.
First.
Wonderful. Shall I pour a little? You pour a little there for Fred. This will make things a lot easier. This is a hot wine, Fred.
Hot wine.
Hot wine, which is really brilliant with the fish. That's superb. Thank you. Very, very good help.
Kanpai.
Yes, on yours.
Now, what should we start with? Should we start with the mackerel?
Yes,
You've
anything.
got us there, haven't you? Excellent. Come in. And Chikaka, what have you got here? This little finely chopped.
That is a fresh ginger
That's
grind.
fresh ginger. Great. And chives on the top, is
Yes.
that right? So if we get a bit of that
Yes.
and dip it into the soy sauce,
And
yes?
just it.
Oh, I say. Oh, that's beautiful. That's absolutely... What do you think, Fred? What are your mates
good.
on the Barbican going to think of you eating raw mackerel?
Well, I'll have a few presents of raw mackerel, I reckon, and get down there.
Right. So, can I just have another bit of that? Because that is so very, very nice. I love the fresh ginger.
Yes, the mackerel needs something a little bit freshing, so it's chives and the ginger together. It's nice.
Magnificent. Now, this beautiful flower here, which is fan-shaped. You've got that there, haven't you? That is so beautiful. This fish on the outside is...
Thinly sliced place.
It's sliced place. Ah, but what... Tell me about this...
Yes,
This-
that
this
is a
green-
green mustard.
This is a Japanese green mustard. What's it
Mustard.
made from?
So just put it in the soy sauce and mix it.
Wonderful. And is that hot?
Yes, hot. It's like a radish. Horseradish.
Like a green horseradish. That's an interesting variation, isn't it? And some raw cucumber here. Oh, can I hold it? I'm so hungry.
Wait.
Excuse me for being a pig. Sorry about this, Fred. I'll be back with you in a
And then
moment.
that is a salmon trout.
Salmon trout there.
Yes.
That's the fresh water.
Oh, that's beautiful too. I wonder how many people realise that this isn't only very beautiful to look at, very delicious to eat, but it's very, very, very good for you. And I've been told off for speaking with my mouth full. Very sorry about that, Mum. Now, over here, equally delicious looking. Chikata, what have we got there?
This is a squid with seaweed.
Squid with seaweed. The seaweed is in the inside
Yes,
there, is it?
inside.
So it's rolled stuffed squid with seaweed. Isn't that beautiful? Ah, but what about this here?
This is a chopped squid also with Japanese chrysanthemum leaves and flour.
Oh,
marinated.
beautiful. So we're going to actually eat
Yes,
the
sir.
flower and the
Yes.
leaves of a Japanese chrysanthemum. And this, I can tell you, is an absolute first for me. I've never done that before. Oh, boy. Try it, Red. That's delicious. It's a little bit like... What's that like? It's a little bit like spinach with a sweeter taste of something else in it. The chrysanthemum flower itself
Yes,
has
flour
a...
you taste.
It's nice.
How are you doing with your sake?
That is
there?
nice.
If in doubt, always have a little drop of sake because I know it's very...
Thank you.
You're going to have some too?
Yes,
Good.
thank you.
Great. No.
Got a steady hand on this one.
Yeah. Is it, of course, the whole thing about eating Japanese food isn't only the food and everything, it's the presentation. Look at these beautiful trays we're serving it from. But there's some rules of etiquette, aren't there? In fact, really, I shouldn't be serving sake myself, should I?
You must wait until I
I
serve.
must wait until you do it. I'm very sorry about that. I was very thirsty.
Anyway, kanpai.
Kampa.
Great stuff, Saki. And Fred's enjoying himself too, though the mackerel looks a bit hacked off. You see, Japanese food is all about style, an economy of elegance, a single rose in a delicate vase, the understated perfection that the Japanese call shibui. But no matter how pretty the dishes look, they only work if you use the freshest of fish. And I do mean fresh, not frozen.
You might get the impression, by the way, that Chikaka drinks her drink and eats her food and serves us so politely and delicately that she was better brought up than me. In fact, she was brought up differently from me. And as different as their food is from ours, it's also worth noting at this point that the Japanese don't have hors d'oeuvres as such, because all of their food is sort of hors d'oeuvre-like. And if you're going to cook this kind of food at home, you don't need to be formalized by traditional English fashions of starter, main course, and middle. You just start and you crack on in. And that's what we want to do, isn't it? If you can start cooking something for us now. But first of all, tell us what we've got in here by way of ingredients. We've got
That is king prawn.
king prawns here, and fresh halibut, yes?
Yes.
Fresh
and
salmon, fresh bass,
bass.
fresh mackerel. Now,
And
vegetables
scallop.
and scallops. And we've got bean sprouts, carrot. Notice how prettily they're cut. And this is, again, half of the technique of the Japanese cooking. Peppers, aubergines, potato at the back there. And here we have the teppanyaki. Is that so?
Yes. Teppanyaki means grilled on a hot plate. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a little bit of vegetable oil for start.
Onto this plate, which is by now very, very hot, everybody. You must notice that. You don't start this with a cold plate, otherwise the things won't cook, because the technique is one of very rapid cooking. How are you feeling, Fred?
Beautiful. This is completely different, isn't it, to what we've been used to anyway.
Yes. But you ate the raw fish quite happily, but I guess you're looking forward to this cooked stuff now.
Yeah, I certainly am, yeah. I think it's going to be great. That's one of my favourites, the king prawns, anyway.
And in case you should think that Fred and I are a pair of sort of chauvinistic pigs taking advantage of the elegant hospitality of Jakarta, you must remember that Japanese hospitality and customs are quite different from our own. Had I been Jakarta's husband, for example, I would have probably helped fillet the fish, chop the vegetables before this had started. All would share the role of preparing a meal which makes it into a harmonious occasion. It's something which, by the way, our chaps at home on Sunday mornings could make life more amusing by making a few cocktails, making the mustard sauce, fresh mustard instead of packet mustard, and helping the wife produce a really super meal, the kind of which we're, I can assure you, having here. What do you reckon, Fred? It's all going pretty good, isn't it?
It certainly is. This is really different.
I wonder, if you imagine that, you'd said to somebody 20 years ago that today in 1984, England will be, covered in Chinese restaurants, people would have laughed at you. But I bet you the same thing's going to happen with Japanese food. And soon, 5 years maybe, there'll be a Japanese restaurant in every village and every town of the country. Because with its high protein and low cholesterol food, not only is it healthy, it's absolutely delicious. It's really, really yummy. Just look at that sizzling away.